everybody, namaste. Welcome back to my channel. This is Jill Loftis of Nuit Astrology, and today I'm going to share with you my planetary energy forecast for the whole month of December of 2021. Now, if you've been joining me lately on my YouTube channel, you know I'm on there every week offering a planetary energy forecast for each week to kind of give you a heads up on the primary movers and shakers in the sky and how to work that energy to its highest and best expression. So high vibe the energy versus low vibing the energy. There's always different ways to work with what's happening. But this month is particularly a challenging month, and in addition to the holidays and everything else, all the uncertainty, there's a new variant with the virus. This is a month where we really need to remain pretty nimble and adaptable and open to change and really pay attention to the energy. So one thing you can do for this whole month, and I've talked about this all the time, but journal. Even if you just sit down and jot out the primary things, the primary symbols of the day, 2 or 3 things on a piece of paper, this is going to serve you very much in the future when some of these energies return. All right, so we start out December 1st with Neptune stationing direct. So this is at 20 degrees of Pisces, if you know your chart, and this is going to be the last round of Neptune hitting this particular area. So 20, 21, 22. Pisces is going to move to 23, Neptune is going to move to 23 and touch Jupiter at that point later in 2022. I'll talk about that when I do my yearly forecast. But pay attention, there's going to be some lessons wrapping up for you over these next couple months, and it's definitely going to be the retrograde 1, 2, 3 punch. So if you didn't get it, those Pisces lessons are going to come at you fast. Pay particular attention as we get into the end of the week. We've got December 3rd into the 4th. It's at 2:43 a.m. on the 4th. So the 3rd into the 4th, we have a full solar eclipse in Sagittarius. It is at 12 degrees and it's squaring Neptune. All right. Now, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, any kind of eclipse typically removes something. Even though this is a new moon, I would say that this is not something, it's not particularly a great time for manifestation, but it's a great time to kind of realize where you might have been deluding yourself about something, or there might have been some confusion. Now, keep in mind that it's in Sagittarius, which is where the nodes have been wrapping up their, journey through South Node in Sag and North Node in Gemini. So there might be some Sagittarius lessons that you really can see culminating, depending on where that is in your chart. But pay attention to that eclipse. Note that it also, it touches the nodes, so it's going to really activate them, but it also has a beautiful flow of energy to Chiron. So look for the healing that might come from this eclipse. Then we go straight into another big energy, which is December 8th. We've got Mars in Scorpio squaring Jupiter in Aquarius. And right around that same time, Venus is going to be coming within 1 degree of touching Pluto. One of the big themes of the whole month of December is this dance of Venus and Pluto. And because Venus retrogrades right after she touches him, they're going to be dancing all month in Capricorn at the 25, 26 degree mark, 24 of Capricorn. So absolutely know where that is in your chart and where that might be impacting you. Because when we think of the Venus retrograde cycle, that's already an amplification of lessons around Venusian things, and particularly you Taurans and Librans, this is going to be a really big month. And so you're going to look at things that you value, what it is that you really spend money and time on. This is retrograde. Venus is always when the exes come back around, or maybe it's just the lessons from the exes coming back around. But you might really be re-examining some of the Venus related things in your life. You might be, thinking about your look or reevaluating what you want. It's kind of tricky that it comes around a time of year where there's a lot of gift giving and maybe purchasing of things. Make sure there's no buyer's remorse, right? But it's a good time to re-examine, like to do an energy audit and see if you're really spending time and energy in alignment with your values. But also to be really careful of Plutonian energy. So Pluto is a transformer, okay? It's the phoenix. It doesn't just... It doesn't gently remove things from our life. It's sudden. It can be harsh energy. It can be power struggles. It can be negative expressions of sexuality. So watch yourself this month. be more cautious, be more careful, live more lightly and a little more present, okay? Slow down. I keep saying this, but really you've got to slow down and make sure that you are paying attention to how clean you're keeping your own energy, or else you could attract difficult people or difficult situations. Now, that exact conjunction of Venus touching Pluto happens on December 11th for the first time, and that's at 25 degrees. So you're going to want to watch that, since it's, like I said, it's going to be a dance back and forth, okay? She went into her shadow back in November. She's going to be in that shadow till practically March. So this is a long wave energy that we're working with here. All right. Now, the next day I want you to take a look at on your calendar is going to be December 12th. We've got Black Moon Lilith touching the nodes, and Ceres also touching the nodes, and they're both going to be at between 0 and 1 degree of Gemini. All right, and so it's going to be across the sky from the south node. All right, the lunar nodes are always in opposition to each other, but with this Lilith and Ceres energy, I am really seeing this as a powerful time for women to think about how you are caring for yourself and creating a new world, right? It's so easy to get caught up in all these transits and frankly freak out. The astrology has been really difficult for the last, for a while, since Pluto got into Capricorn, for sure. But there's some big challenges, and the universe really is at a big turning point, and we're really being asked what our value system is and what's important to us, and how are we going to nurture and kind of co-create this new world. And so I want you to really think about that when you look at the symbols during that particular time frame. And keep in mind that also at that moment when those three energies come together, Mars is going to be at the anorectic degree, 29 degrees of Scorpio, right there near the south node. So negative expressions of male energy, negative expressions of Scorpio energy. High vibe it by using the Gemini, using your ability to communicate, to express, to be creative, to be a problem solver, to use your network of people to come together. All right. Then we've got the exact conjunction, December 15th, of Mars and the South Node. So again, similar themes. They'll start to arise when you get to that 12th, 11th, 12th time frame. And then we've got on December 19th, that Venus going retrograde. All right. Venus reconnects with Pluto. Okay, we get the first hit December 11th, the exact with precision conjunction again on Christmas Day. Intriguingly enough, the day before that, 23rd December, 24th December, is when we have our final exact square between Saturn and Uranus. Now, that has been the astrological theme of the year. We've talked about that so much. Pay attention to this final exact meeting point and see what the themes have been for you, what the themes are in the greater world. But really, it's the battle between the old and the new. It's the battle between the power structure and the existing structures and the good of the people and the good of the individual within the group, right? And there's so much has been written, said, discussed about that Saturn square Uranus configuration coming from the Aquarian energy, right? Saturn in Aquarius to that Uranus energy in Taurus. Much has been discussed about that, but pay attention to what's going on in your world, because even though it's the last precise one, when we get into September, October of 2022, they're going to come within an orb. They're going to come into another square at 18 degrees. Now, it's not going to be exact, but it's going to be hella close, okay? Close enough. Like, we typically think of something like that as a conjunction when it comes within 3 degrees, but it's going to come at the same degree, just not at the same minute. So we like to think, yeah, this is it. People will be saying last one. Not so, okay? Some of these themes are going to reoccur next year. So again, journaling, paying attention to what's going on in your own life, all right? We've got the winter solstice when the sun goes to 0 degrees Capricorn. This is on the 21st. And another energy to kind of watch in here is on that same day, December 25th, Christmas Day, when Venus hits Pluto again. There's a beautiful blessing beam between Mars and Chiron, okay? So even though it is complex astrology, there are a lot of beneficial flows that kind of are popping in here and there to aid us as we dismantle, hopefully with wisdom, the things that are not working in our life, in our society, and recreate them, renew them, and have them be reborn. We finish off the month with kind of an interesting connection. December 28th, we've got Jupiter squaring the nodes. And remember, the nodes are coming to the end. The nodes go the opposite direction. So when the nodes are going to like 1 and 0, it means they're ready to back their way into the Scorpio Taurus parts of our chart, which is just going to be on fire next year. So paying attention to that. But we've got Jupiter squaring the nodes. So there might be some bigger picture things that make us slow down. And then we finish up with Mercury touching Venus within a degree of Pluto, all in Capricorn. All right. So the Capricorn part of your chart, very highlighted this month. It's where Pluto has been breaking things down, switching things up. And that slow burn, that slow grind of Pluto can sometimes be happening. It can be so deep and within the structure of our life that we don't even realize it. But when these other faster moving planets come upon it and give it a little ping, boy, it's up in our face what really needs to be done, what really needs to be changed, what needs to be transformed, utterly transformed. You know, this is you know, cocoon into butterfly type of transformation. You may not recognize yourself at the end of at the end of the month as we begin to move into January of 2022. So please join me every week on Sundays. I drop a planetary energy forecast for the week that explains the high vibe and low vibe. This is a little bit more of an overview just because there's so much going on. But this way you can kind of, you know, mark the dates on your calendars, really approach this energy with wisdom and make sure that you're maximizing the benefits of this time of change and minimizing those pitfalls and those lower vibrational vibes. All right. Well, namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you back here on Instagram, and I'll see you on YouTube.